And if we do have something tomorrow or over the weekend that pushes oil, it'll be the straw that breaks the camel's back. So, do we see Evernorth and BlackRock this month? So the legislation in Japan was interesting. I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but they passed a crypto bill that moved capital gains tax down to 20% on crypto, and they made it where they can launch ETFs in Japan. Up to this point, their stock market has not had ETFs on it, but the legislation they just passed now allows for that. So it wouldn't surprise me to see SBI launch an XRP ETF there in Japan. I don't know how long that's going to take. Their regulatory body that oversees securities issuance probably is going to have to go through the same type of, crawl, walk, run like we did here in the US, where they allow a few of them through and then they get to some type of agreement where it has to be structured this way and meet this criteria, and then it'll be easy to launch them there in Japan. So, but I do expect SBI to launch some type of XRP ETF, or, some of the other, maybe even 3IQ. I don't know. Monarchs is who owns them. Large Japanese company. They're one of the largest ETF issuers in foreign markets. They had the first Solana ETF up there in Canada. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them issue an ETF for XRP over there in Japan. But with that legislation, that kind of opens the door for that. And that's where the institutional money can come in at scale. Institutions are still leery to hold the asset itself. They don't have the infrastructure for it. It's still ambiguous to them. And so to have an allocation to an ETF that has a QSIP, if it's domestic on our stock exchange, or, a securities identity listed on another stock exchange that represents the underlying asset, they're going to be much more inclined to invest in that type of offering. When it comes to the other ones that you mentioned here, I don't know that we're going to see Japan raise interest rates unless we have a catalyst tomorrow, because it's already Friday, right? It is middle of the day Friday there for them. They're almost to their weekend. I've always said that Sunday night, I think, would be interesting. That's when the last time we saw the reverse carry trade just started to unwind, was actually the Sunday before markets opened here in the US. The Nikkei was down like 17%, something crazy. Other Asian markets were down significantly, and then that bled into US stocks as people were panicking and looking to liquidate those positions to cover their loans over there with the Bank of Japan. So we'll have to watch Sunday evening. I mean, you're not going to get, Evernorth